Rule number 1. Functions of a police officer. There's two functions of a police officer. First is rule number 1.1, to serve and protect. To serve and protect is the responsibility of every police officer to serve and protect life property through the use of police operation like patrolling, traffic investigation, and general calls for service, as to maintain peace and order in the community. No police operation shall be conducted in order to serve and protect the illegal activity of a particular group or criminal syndicate. In other words, every police officer has a duty and responsibility, and their responsibility is to serve and protect. In operations, patrolling is an example to serve and protect since they deter crime or pinipigilan yung krimen sa pamamagitan ng kanilang presensya. While serving the community in general calls for of help when they are patrolling and other needs mga kailangan nang walang reward, and ito ang kanilang duty para mag-serve and protektahan ang community and preserve ang peace. And no police operation shall be conducted in order to save and protect the illegal activity of a particular person's group or criminal syndicate, which means walang operations na kinakandak para protektahan ang isang illegal. Kumbaga, protektahan lang dito yung peace, not the illegal acts. Rule 1.2, to observe human rights and dignity of a person. All PNP personnel shall respect the human rights and dignity of the suspect during police operation. Dapat lahat ng PNP personnel nirespeto ang bawat karapatan at dignidad ng isang tao kahit siya ay nagkasala. Like in example, in apprehending a suspect, necessary means to employ is a must. Excessive force must not be used because it is to observe human rights and dignity of a person. Parang binabiolate mo na kasi yung human rights and dignity ng suspect pag gumamit ka ng excessive force kung hindi naman siya kinakailangan. Rule 2. Police uniform, attire, and accessories. Rule 2.1. Agency prescribe uniform. A police officer shall always wear the agency prescribed uniform, which is appropriate for the kind of police operations to be undertaken. So, nagbe-base sila ng susuotin depende sa operation na kanilang gagawin. These are the types of uniform of the Philippine National Police. First is the General Office Attire, Type A. And then, the General Office Attire, Type B. Next is the General Office Attire, Type C. And patrol uniform. And finally, the PNP pixelized field service uniform. Rule 2.2. When wearing the police uniform, a police officer shall at all times wear presentable, smart, and well-groomed. While on actual patrol duties, he shall refrain from eating along the sidewalks, smoking, and reading newspaper. Sa madaling salita po, kapag ang isang pulis ay suot ang kanyang uniforme, dapat sa lahat ng panahon, nagmumukha siyang presentable, matino, at maayos ang kanyang buhok, appropriate, hindi mahaba, hindi ang kanyang kuko hindi mahaba, at ang mga balbas, bigote. Habang naman, while on patrol duties, while he's in patrol duties, he must not eat along the sidewalks. And hindi dapat siya nagsisigarilyo at nagbabasa ng newspaper. For it is essential because kapag siya ay nakitang nagyosi sa sidewalks or nakitang nagyosi habang siya ay naka-uniform, well, parang masisira yung image ng PNP sapagkat suot niya yung uniform and he represents the whole police uniform. So he must not do smoking and reading newspaper because they're idling yung mga dapat nilang gawin kasi actual patrol duty sila. Supposed to be dapat nagpapatrol sila. Pero iba yung ginagawa nila. So it's wrong. And he shall not do it. Now let's go to Rule 2.3. Carrying of police notebook, pen, and Miranda warning. Every police officer on patrol, whether on board the vehicle or on foot patrol, must always carry with him a police notebook, a pen, and a Miranda warning card. The notebook, which is approximately pocket size, will be used to inscribe important events that transpire during his tour. It means na every police officer na nagpapatrol, whether siya ay kasama sa isang vehicle or on foot patrol, dapat lagi siyang may dalang notebook kasi it is important in note-taking the important events that comes around him while he's patrolling. And also, the Miranda warning card was when when he's arresting someone and then he forgot the Miranda doctrine, he can use this Miranda warning card. Rule 2.4, carrying of non-lethal weapon in the police rig. Every police officer shall carry in his prescribed rig a non-lethal weapon, pepper, spray, baton, or stun gun, which shall be primarily used in a non-armed confrontation with an uncooperative and unruly offender during the arrest. So, carrying of non-lethal weapon. It is the pepper spray, baton, or stun gun or non-lethal weapon which ginagamit siya in a non-armed confrontation pag yung isang tao wala siyang uncooperative siya and it's not an armed confrontation but rather uncooperative siya at mahirap siyang i-arrest. That's where the police officer will use the non-lethal weapon like pepper spray, baton, or stun gun. Now let's go to Rule 3, categories of police operations. Police operations are categorized as follows. 3.1 Public safety operations include search, rescue, and retrieval operations, fire drill, earthquake drills, and similar operations that promote safety. It is a type of operations that focuses on promoting the public safety to the community. Its examples is that this, like on the picture, it includes the search and rescue or retrieval operations promoted in the PNP. While on the right side, earthquake drill is being promoted by the PNP to promote the safety of the students. While fire drill promotes safety regarding fire. And next, let's go to 3.2, the law enforcement operations. It includes service of warrant of arrest, implementations of search warrants, enforcement of visitorial powers of the Chief, Philippine National Police and Unit Commander, anti-illegal drugs operation, anti-illegal gambling operations, anti-illegal loggings operations, anti-illegal fishing operations, anti-carnapping operations, anti-kidnapping operations, anti-cybercrime operations, and similar operations that are conducted to enforce law, statutes, executive order, and ordinance. Kumbaga, itong law enforcement operations, they're operations that conduct to enforce the law itself. Okay, let's go to Rule 3.3, the internal security operations. Includes counter-insurgency operations, counter-terrorist operations, and similar operations that are conducted to ensure internal securities. They're the ones that counter the insurgency or the terrorists. Yung mga masasamang loob na gustong sumakop sa ating bansa, mga insurgency, and the terrorists, they're the ones that ensuring the internal security of our country. Like AFP, they're the ones tasked to do so, and the SAF, or Special Action Force of the Philippine National Police. Next is the 3.4. Special Police Operation. Includes checkpoint operation, roadblock operation, civil disturbance management operation, police assistance in the enforcement of the demolition, eviction, injunction, and similar order. Police assistance in the implementations of final court order and order from quasi-judicial bodies, hostage situation, visit board search and seizure, on-board marine vessels, and similar police operations that are conducted by police units with specialized training on the peculiarity of the mission or purpose. The special police operations, they are the ones that are specialized. Kumbaga, kailangan mo mag-train bago ka makapag-operate ng mga to. Like example, yung sa hostage situations are only tasked to those who are special in this kind of situation. And the visit board search and seizure on board marine vessels and similar are only to those especially trained in seas and boarding marine vessels. While the checkpoints, it also is specialized because you need to be trained before you go to any checkpoint operations. You must know the rules on how to checkpoints. Now let's go to 3.5. Intelligence operations. Includes surveillance operation, counterintelligence, intelligence research, intelligence assessment, and similar police intelligence operation conducted to gather information related to security, public safety, and order. One of the examples is the National Intelligence Coordination Agency, or NICA. It is the one of the intelligence unit that focuses on the security and public safety and order that gather information. Intelligence operations are the one that gathers intelligence. Sila yung mga nagkakalap ng informations, mga kailangan, and sila rin yung nag-gather na related sa seguridad at pampublikong kaligtasan and order. Alright, let's go to 3.6. Investigation operation. Includes investigation of a crime or incidents, administrative investigation, and similar investigative work necessary to determine facts and circumstances for filing cases criminally or administratively. Investigation operation includes, ito yung, pwede silang mag-investigate ng crime or insidente, or mag-investigate sila ng administrative sa loob lang, and similar investigative work necessary. Sila yung nanguha ng facts and circumstance para mag-file ng cases criminally sa isang kriminal or sa administratively or sa loob lang ng administration. 3.7 Scene of the Crime Operation or SOCO includes the processing of crime scene, technical and forensic examination of evidence, and similar scientific investigative assistance. Like the investigation operations, they are somewhat similar, but scene of the crime operations are only focuses on processing of the crime scene by technical and forensic examinations of evidence or similar scientific investigative assistance. Sila lang yung mga nagpo-process ng mga evidence, mga scientifically, like forensic chemistry and toxicology, sila. And sa forensic identification, they're the ones doing it so. Next is the Rule 4 Pre-Operational Clearance. No police operation shall be conducted without the approval of the Chief Commander Head of the concerned police unit officer. A pre-operational clearance shall be filled by the team leader of the operating team prior to the conduct of the operations and shall be approved by the concerned police unit commander. This clearance shall be submitted to the operations section or division of the concerned police unit for record purposes. Atong police pre-operational clearance, if none of this, pag wala to, kumbaga hindi ka makakapag-operate ng isang operation. And or kahit meron ka, basta wala siyang approval sa chief commander or head of the concerned police unit, the operational clearance shall be filled by the team leader or the operating teams prior to the conduct of the operating. It shall be approved by the okay. And while pag na-approve na siya, pwede na siyang it shall be submitted to the operation section or division of the concerned police unit for the record purpose. So pag na-approve na siya and okay na, makakapag-operate na ang isang operation. However, it must be filled by the team leader of the operating team and then prior to the conduct of the operations. So, dapat yung team leader ang mag-file ng operating team, operation clearance, and dapat prior may sense yung pag-conduct ng operation. And ma-approve lang by the concerned police unit commander.